So hey y'all, I'm back with another video. So tonight's video is yet again another Chioma Chats video podcast edition. So by the title, we're going to be talking about professional boxer Claressa Shields and her comments saying that it was always the light-skinned girls who come for her. Now Claressa Shields is an absolute dominant figure in the boxing ring. She has held multiple world championships in 5 weight classes and is the only boxer in history, male or female, to hold all 4 major world titles in boxing. She really is that girl. But recently she is finding herself in the middle of a social media storm. So Claressa just celebrated her 30th birthday, happy belated sis, and posted footage of her birthday photo shoot. But instead of getting nothing but love, she found herself facing a wave of criticism about her outfits and overall styling. Now, this is nothing new in the world of social media. Celebrity or not, people will always have something to say about what women, especially black women, choose to wear. I have faced this when I was doing my music videos or promoting my business, and it really does come with the territory. Anytime I get a chance to plug my models, I will. So story time. So I remember back in 2021 when I first posted them, people were very opinionated, like to a point where it upset myself and the ladies in the agency. I posted this one picture, it's on your screen now, and people were asking why one of the dark-skinned girls was on the ground and everyone else was standing up, as if there isn't a dark-skinned girl standing up. And people were complaining that it's colorism on my end for not centralizing the dark-skinned girl, as it is my obligation to do that. As if I can't randomize the positions of the models based on anything other than skin shade. We were going off of height more than anything, and also what the models wanted to do. But people were so hyper focused on skin color, and that blew my mind because not everything is about colorism or having to use what people want their imagery to be all the time. Mind you, there were 6 different groups for this project. We were promoting a local and black owned makeup product company, so each group had different items. 3 groups did different eyeshadow schemes, 1 group did lip gloss, 1 group did glitter, and 1 did lashes. So there were many different models to promote the products, and we definitely utilized many different shade ranges and positions of the models. Here's another picture where the darker skin models are either more centered or more shown or whatever makes people feel better about themselves. There were so many different photos taken of 30 different women that it was so astonishing to me that there was a debate in my comment section about one frame where one model was on the ground by her choice, and the conversation I had to have with the team full of women ages 18 to 27 at that time was crazy. Her feelings were so hurt because she was kind of made to believe that there was something wrong with her being on the ground, even though she was front and center. So I just say all of this to say this conversation about colorism is great. However, there are some times where it's used to cause more harm than good or more demonizing than educating. I really defended the hell out of those pictures and those girls, and I wish people would understand that although colorism exists, it's never okay to use the victimhood of colorism and impose that onto people who are either not being colorist or are giving different skin shades of black women their chance to shine, as we should also be doing. You can't beat colorism by saying I'm going to place a dark-skinned woman in front and center of everything and neglect other skin shades of women just because it makes you feel better. And I know some of y'all are not going to like me saying that, but to be honest, it really doesn't solve the problem. You have to define if something truly is being done or said from a colorist undertone, educate that person, or move along if you feel like he or she is not worth getting offended by, but also cultivate spaces where all types of looks of black beauty is celebrated. So that was long, but I had to get that off my chest. But to continue on topic, what's really making headlines is how Claressa responded to critiques, and she did this by using the colorism card. In a video, she called out light-skinned women, specifically saying that some of them have self-esteem problems and tend to hate on her looks. And I feel as though, of course, that may be true in general, but I also feel that now that Claressa is being pushed into celebrity, everything she says or does will be under attack. People do hate on you just because they have fingers and a device and Wi-Fi, and it comes with the territory, but it's still a human being behind this that is enduring all of this, and it can be emotional. So her emotional response and lashing out at a particular group is understandable, but was it warranted in using color and skin shade as the reasoning? Well, that is up for debate. So I wanted to talk about this because I feel like Claressa spoke from a place and a topic that is often controversial and deeply rooted in Black history everywhere. So I've broken this video down into 2 main talking points. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. So my first talking point is colorism exists, but it isn't the root issue here. First and foremost, let's be clear, colorism is very real and it affects Black people across the diaspora. From job opportunities to beauty standards to the way dark-skinned women are treated in the media, it's an ongoing issue, and I've always talked about this. There is no debate about that. However, in this particular case, we have to be careful about weaponizing colorism as the automatic reason for Claressa's backlash. Let's take a look at what she had to say.
Always the light-skinned girls who think they just so pretty, and just because they born light-skinned that they just all that. That they can come on people's shit talking shit. Oh, because you think you're pretty. I'm going to tell you something. One, I look better than you. I look better than you, so you can get off my shit. That's one. And then two, why are you on my stuff if you don't like me? Why? Oh, it's giving obsessed. It's giving obsessed, light skin, red bone. Yeah, get your funny looking ass up out of here. I don't play with these hoes. It's mostly a lot of light skinned women who come bothering me. Yeah. I said what I said. I said what I said. They be hating on everything. Oh, she just thinks she's so pretty, but she got a strong jawline. Baby, you see this face. I'm our ancestors' dream, girls. You fucking crazy? Stop playing with me. I'm light skinned, I love you. Oh, I love you too. You all right. You good. I don't even mean to come at all light skinned girls for real, but usually them the ones that be inboxing me or who be commenting me talking stuff. And I don't really be liking it because I know for sure it ain't about light skin, dark skin, white, black, Mexican, Puerto Rican. I'll whoop a girl ass. I already know that. So it'd be like when they be talking crazy to me, I'd be like, man, I ain't really the one to be playing with. Who is this girl? Another fucking light skin. Another light skin. Your haters really got under your skin. How my haters got under my skin when I'm on here celebrating me not being guilty for smoking weed? Saray_Summers, you blocked. You is dumb as hell. You blocked, man. And then once again, proving my point. Another light skin girl. Listen, if you're a light skin girl and you love me, I love you too. But I am telling you, some of these light skin girls be having like self-esteem problem. And the fact that my self-esteem is up here and theirs is down here, they come fucking with me.
So personally, I think people of all denominations and skin shades were coming for her. She was doing a birthday photo shoot and was critiqued on her clothing style, and that's what the internet does. They troll, they state their opinions behind faceless accounts, and also feel because they are not the celebrity that it's okay and their right to say something about you because they can. And honestly, they can. I mean, I can. However, the other side to that is that it does get to some people. We can't all be Beyonce to the BS. The criticism she received wasn't about her skin tone, it was about her styling choices. People were saying she needed a stylist, not that she didn't deserve to wear what she wanted because she's dark skinned. If we're being honest, any celebrity who steps into the public eye will get critiqued on their fashion, especially the women. Just look at the Met Gala every year. Black, white, light skin, dark skin, everyone gets roasted when their outfit is off to the public. So I don't like the approach here because it makes it seem like people only said something about her because of her skin tone, when in reality, everyone had something to say. I saw her birthday photo shoot and the behind the scenes pictures and videos on the Shade Room, and I loved her hair, I loved the wigs, but people said she always dresses like she's going to the prom. And that's their opinion, and Claressa has the right to disagree and wear what she wants. And in doing so, you have to stand in it and just be confident in your style. People love to tell people what they want on someone else, and it's annoying, it's frustrating, but at a certain point you have to learn not to give a flying phalange. I still struggle with this, but with age and experience with being a public figure on this platform at least, I've learned to just understand that you can't please everyone and not everyone is going to like you, especially strangers on the internet. Celebrity status comes with scrutiny. So what Claressa is experiencing now is the celebrity effect. She's one of the greatest female boxers of all time. She even calls herself the GWOAT, G-W-O-A-T, the greatest woman boxer of all time. But as she steps more into the mainstream and builds a bigger personal brand, she's going to be under more scrutiny. More eyes mean more opinions. It's an unfortunate reality, but this is the price of fame, especially as a black woman in the spotlight. Women like Serena Williams and Megan Thee Stallion and even Zendaya, and I have to get on Megan Thee Stallion in my next video, they've all faced public scrutiny for their looks, their bodies, and their fashion choices. This is an issue of public perception, not necessarily colorism. What Claressa is experiencing is what any public figure faces, people forming opinions, whether they're fair or not, about their choices. So just a quick note, I'm here on her Instagram page. She's showing this wig. First comment says, the blonde ain't it. And as I scroll on whoever this person is, Taija, Tasaya, whatever, that's not a light-skinned woman. Just saying. I think a lot of different people were coming for her and it was unwarranted, but look, it's right here. Now, my second and final point is irresponsibility in blaming colorism. Now, the problem with Claressa's response is that it generalizes all light-skinned women as being insecure and projecting that onto her. And let's be real, DJ D-Ray dropped the beat. If this was in the reverse, everyone would be up in arms if a light-skinned woman said that dark-skinned women have self-esteem issues. Let's be honest and fair. So this is a slippery slope because it fuels unnecessary division. Yes, colorism is an issue, but making broad statements like this only further divides the black community reality instead of addressing real solutions. The reality is there were likely women of all shades commenting on her outfit choices, but singling out light-skinned women makes it seem like there's a war between light-skinned and dark-skinned women, when the real conversation should be about how all Black women are often policed for their looks. So instead of making this about light-skinned versus dark-skinned women, we should be discussing the double standards Black women face when it comes to beauty, fashion, self-expression, and more. Why is it that when Black women, especially those who don't fit Eurocentric beauty standards, express themselves boldly, they are picked apart more than others? That's the conversation that we need to have. And like I told y'all, I placed pictures of the models when I was working with them back in 2021, and the critiques were kind of excessive. And I get people having their opinion, I really do. But critiques on placements based off of skin shade, that's kind of weird unless there was an obvious problem or bias that was evident as colorist. And drawing the conclusion to Clarissa's situation, there has to be evident and obvious evidence of colorism for me to call it that. If the comments were coming for her skin tone or her features, then yes, I would say there's colorism involved. But if they were just going on about your outfit, then no, I don't believe that's colorism. And I know some of y'all are not gonna like me saying this, or you're gonna unsubscribe from me saying this if you haven't already, but I don't like when dark-skinned women weaponize colorism when it's not there. We cannot cry colorism every time people come for us. I get why people are so quick to equate their perceived biases as colorism. I mean, let's be real, look at the world that we live in. But I want people to be careful and not to undermine someone's feelings or experiences, of course not. But because it's such a touchy and deep-rooted nuance of Black cultures everywhere, that we have to make sure that the terminology is relevant to the conversation. People can't be irresponsible about it. There are so many instances where colorism is the case, and I've spent years on my channel talking about so many of those times, and I will continue to do so. But I just want to make sure that colorism does not get convoluted with critiquing someone about something else. Instead of placing the blame on an entire group of people, Claressa should just recognize that this is part of being in the public eye and decide how she wants to handle criticism moving forward. At the end of the day, you can't please everyone. I've learned that. There will always be people who have something to say, but how you respond determines the type of conversation that follows. Now, before we end, if anyone has a brand or product, maybe you do hair or make wigs or have a lip gloss or clothing brand that you have, and you want affordable promotion through the Women in My Modeling agency, please contact me. You can send an email to queenteammodels@gmail.com. I promise I can work with whatever budget you have. We love promoting and working with up-and-coming brands to provide professional visuals and content for your project and products. So definitely reach out to me if you're interested. So that is it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please let me know your commentary on my commentary down below. What do you think? What do you know? Let me know. If y'all haven't already, make sure you like this video, thumbs up, and be sure that you are subscribed. And as always, don't forget to follow me on all of my social media networks, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.
It's commendable, was a ceremony, but now it's a festival.